What if the biggest lie holding actors back from actually making consistent income from acting isn't about their talent or expertise at all, but the belief that there are only two ways to make that money in the industry? And those are getting booked for a role or becoming an acting teacher. But those paths can feel not only unpredictable and exhausting, but frankly, sometimes a little bit inauthentic. So, what if there was a profitable actor side hustle that actually helps your actor career development? Listen, there's a completely different approach to monetizing your passion for acting that you can start right now. This is something that I discovered by accident when I was rebuilding my acting career as an American actor in Germany after a long break. It also eventually led to me booking roles with production companies like Netflix, Hallmark, A24, because it also expanded my industry connections, and most importantly, it kept me sharp. This was a method that I discovered that literally supported my acting career. And it became a really powerful actor career strategy. So stick around because by the end of this video, you will have a simple 3-part framework to turn your passion for acting into income without relying solely on getting booked or having to become a full-time teacher, because frankly, not everybody wants to do that. I actually call this approach the curator approach. So most actors feel like the only way to earn money are the traditional routes. Or you've got a whole nother side hustle altogether that has nothing to do with acting. But there's actually a completely different path that lets you start earning from your passion immediately. And it's one that complements, not competes with your acting goals. And it's a core principle of smart acting business strategies because, frankly, if you're broken, don't have much room in your heart, in your soul, and in your creativity to be really working at your best level. As I said, this is called the curator approach. And just like a museum curator or a gallery curator brings artists into their arena that they like and that resonate with the things and the themes in their life that are important, you begin to do the same thing as an actor. So, again, for me, just as an example, I really wanted to get my acting skills back to where they needed to be. Say you want to learn about movement for actors. So this could encompass a whole different series of workshops, like, for example, animal work, Chekhov, Laban, mocap, bringing in all different aspects of movement for actors, if that was your thing. There are just really 1,000 different ways you can follow your curiosity, what you love about being an actor, and what you would love to bring more of to your work. And then finding a way to create a curriculum around that that is specific to what you need. But here's the thing. If you need it, if you want it, there are going to be other actors out there who also need it and want it. So what you end up being is the person who brings the valuable industry knowledge connections to the other actors. So, okay, I get it. You might be thinking, but I'm an actor. I'm not an event planner. I feel you, really. That's kind of how I felt when I reached out to my very first coach. I hadn't acted in 16 years, so I didn't know if he was just going to laugh in my face. Not only that, but I was asking him to come from London to Munich. But he was totally on board. So you just have to flip that around. You are exactly the right person. Nobody else is going to create the kind of curriculum for you that you can create for you. So the first steps outside the traditional actor income box, they're about taking proactive control and building a more resilient, connected acting career. But of course, money is also part of it. So the beauty about the P2 method is that it can be used kind of as a choose your own adventure. So when I was relaunching my acting career, the most important thing to me was getting the training. But as I started to work more and more, then it became about bringing in, anywhere between a couple thousand up to even 5,000 a month. So your passion for your craft and your understanding of the industry are pointing you exactly where you need to go to create value for other actors, starting from wherever you are in your career. You don't have to be a household name for this. You could be actually even a completely beginning actor in the middle of Idaho saying, I want better training available to me. In a sense, that is what I was doing, right? I'm an American actor living in Germany, so I might as well have been living in the middle of nowhere. So it doesn't matter where you are. This is not a weakness. It's actually your greatest asset when you take the curator approach. It really gave me the freedom when I was attending these workshops as a participant to learn without the pressure of being perfect. If I had been teaching the course, I definitely would not have had that freedom to experiment. And it's a smart way to build your actor income and industry connections simultaneously. So if you want to dive deeper into understanding this approach, make sure to grab my Passion Project Playbook. The link for that is in the show notes below, but this will give you from A to Z on how I began to curate these kinds of events for myself and earn a monthly income that ended up being around 50,000 extra euros a year, which ain't bad. This approach is super straightforward. So first, find the experts, coaches, or industry pros whose knowledge genuinely excites you. Explain how you can help them reach an audience of actors who are actively seeking their expertise. And outline what you can offer a ready targeted group of participants, handling the logistics, scheduling, payments, platform, and ensuring it's a valuable use of their time. This creates a triple win situation. The experts get a motivated audience without the hassle of organizing it themselves. The participating actors get access to valuable knowledge they needed. And you earn money, build invaluable industry connections, and you deepen your own understanding of the craft or whatever it is that you're studying, all while supporting your primary career. So here's the exact 3-part framework that you can use to start monetizing your acting skills by creating opportunities, not just waiting for them. Part 1, identify the gap. Identify what is missing and available to you in your community. What specific skill, industry insight, or connection do you and your other friends wish you had easier access to? And don't worry if there are already some classes or events out there, because that just actually proves the concept. It proves that there is the need. Part 2, connect the dots. Who has the expertise, the connections, or the resources that you want? In other words, the coaches, the casting directors, the directors, who are these people that you want to connect with that other actors would also find value with? Remember that industry experts often want to connect with passionate, trained actors. So you are doing them a favor as well. I can tell you, especially when I was deep into creating these kinds of workshops before I really relaunched my career, casting directors were reaching out to me, asking me to suggest actors to them. And part 3 of this is create the container. This is where you add tremendous value by using your understanding of the actor's experience to create the right environment, ask the right questions. So for your events, consider limiting the number of participants to create an intimate setting. And just a little hint, I knew that this format would be valuable because it's what I needed and what I desperately wanted, but I couldn't easily find. So when you start from a place of radical honesty and authenticity about what is missing for you, that frees you up to create something that will deeply serve you and others like you. The beauty of this approach is that you can start small. You don't need to have a massive industry network or a fancy studio. You just need your passion for acting, your understanding of what it is that you need, and the willingness to take that first step to create value for yourself and, by extension, your community. But if you're really serious about learning how to implement this framework and create a powerful third income stream that literally fuels your acting career, make sure to grab my Passion Project Playbook. So if you found value in this, make sure to subscribe to Act Bold and hit that little bell so you don't miss any upcoming videos. And until next time, you stay your bold and beautiful self. Bye-bye.